welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video because I'm gonna be talking about tips on how to be productive and how you can work from home. Given the craziness that our world is in right now, pretty much everybody is working from home, but even if you find this video a month or even a few years from now and find yourself working at home or working for yourself, I hope this video is helpful and gives you some practical tips on how you can be productive with your workday at home. I actually have a lot of experience working from home because I have been a full-time freelancer for pretty much my whole life. Ever since I've been working for myself, whether that be photography, content creation, social media marketing through my blog, or acting. I'm lucky to be able to work from home and work for myself, and I have learned so much over the years, and I'm excited to share that with you today. And I'm sure one of your initial thoughts when you think of working from home is, yes, I can stay in my pajamas all day, I can lounge on the couch. And as glamorous and wonderful as working from home may sound, it's actually quite difficult if you're not disciplined and self-motivated. I think I am a very disciplined and self-motivated person, and it was even hard for me when I first started. So we're gonna jump right into it. My first tip is to establish a morning routine. I found it so helpful when I get up right in the morning and get ready for my day as if I was going to work. I set my alarm just like I would any other day. I wake up, wash my face, turn on some music while I'm making breakfast, and then I have my quiet time, I journal, and then I usually go to the gym and shower and get fully ready before I even start my day. So sometimes my work day doesn't start until 9, 10, or even 11 o'clock in the morning, but that's because my morning routine sets me up for a productive day. Now, there are certainly times where I just wake up and I have something I need to do right away, so I'll jump right into work and I might just stay in my pajamas, or honestly, I tend to just work all day in an oversized tank top and running shorts. That's totally fine if that's your jam, but one thing I have discovered is that when I'm in pajamas or when I don't feel ready, then I'm a little lazier and not as productive. So whatever it is for you, establish an hour to first thing in the morning to have your routine, and then try to stick with it. Wake up around the same time every day. If you like to exercise, get that workout in, make yourself a nice healthy breakfast, have your devotional or journal time, and then start your work day. If you're the type of person that needs to put on makeup and a full outfit in order to feel empowered and motivated to work that day, do it. You'll be so glad you did, and it will help a ton. The next thing I found that really makes a difference between a productive day and a non-productive day is sitting at a desk. Sometimes I'm tempted to do work on my bed, or now that I'm in this apartment and don't have a bed, but I just have this couch, I'll want to lounge on the couch and get my work done because I'm working from home and I can relax and do whatever I want. But I have found myself to be like almost 3 times less productive. That's not a mathematical formulated calculation I came up with. I just made it up in my head and guessed, but I really do think I'm way less productive when I'm doing work on my bed or on my couch than when I'm sitting at a desk. When you're working on your bed or your couch, there are signals that are going up to your brain telling yourself that this is the place to relax, to snooze, to take a nap. And when you're trying to be productive in work, that's literally counterproductive. If you don't have a desk at home, even sitting in an actual chair and a table is better than sitting on the couch or laying on your bed while trying to do work.
One thing I really struggled with when I first started working from home was trying to separate my life from my work. Because I'm in my house, everything kind of bled together and there was no real distinction between work and home, and I found that I was just working all the time and never giving myself any breaks. And so that's why I love working at a desk, because it helps my brain categorize and define this as my workspace rather than my couch or my bed, which is my life.
Next is to take breaks. It's impossible to make yourself focus 100% from the beginning of the morning till the end of the day. Your brain cannot do that, and it will explode because it's on overload. So I cannot stress the importance enough of taking breaks. Stand up, do some jumping jacks, go outside and walk around the block once.
I personally love the snack breaks.
Drink some water. Every so often, get up out of your chair and move your body around, because that will reset your brain and that'll actually help you to be more productive. I've started to notice that the times I get frustrated when things don't seem to be working is I usually haven't taken a break in a long time, and my brain just needs to take a step away, take a breath, do something different for a few minutes, and then come back to it, and I am able to get through it and I have way more ideas, and it's just better all around. My next tip is to turn off and put away distractions. Working at home is the perfect environment for all kinds of distractions. If you have family or kids or roommates, that's a distraction in itself. And these phones, come on. When I first started working from home, I found that I was so tempted, like every 5 seconds, to get on Instagram, refresh my feed, check TikTok, check my email. Phones are a distraction farm, and I have had to discipline myself to turn it on do not disturb or airplane mode and put it in my drawer away until I take my break. That's why it's so important to take breaks, because it is okay to check your phone every once in a while. I am on social media a lot of the day because it's my full-time job, but limit yourself, be disciplined about it, and turn off the distractions. We're the multitasking generation, and our society likes to try to do a million things at once and cram as many things as we can into one day. But the reality is we actually can't work as well when we're doing multiple things. Our brains work best when they're focused on one thing at a time, rather than dividing your energy and only giving 20% to 5 different things at a time. So that leads me to my last tip, and that is to set timers and stick to the plan. At the beginning of my day, or even at the beginning of my week, if I'm planning multiple days out at once, I make a list of everything that gets done and I categorize it. I put the top priority things at the top, and then the things that need to get done in the next couple of days, and then things that I'd like to get done but maybe aren't as important. By making my list in this way, I know right off the bat what things need to happen first. I highly encourage you to do the things on your list that are the hardest and the things that you probably don't want to do, because if you don't do them first, then you'll most likely procrastinate and keep putting them off and keep putting them off, and they'll fall to the bottom of your list and then they may never get done. And so even if you don't want to do them, I try to do the things on my list that I don't really want to do first so that I get them done, crossed off, and I can move on to the next things. When I'm scheduling out my day, I'll take one of the things that's on the top priority list and I will check that off, and once I check it off, I'll take a break. Your body needs to be rewarded and celebrated so that you can stay encouraged and stay motivated. Working from home is really hard because if you don't have a spouse or a roommate or someone that you live with, you have to motivate yourself. And so even if it seems silly, like, celebrate yourself. Tell yourself you're doing a good job. Go have a snack, go on a walk, do something to reward the hard work you're putting in, because that's gonna motivate you and keep you happier through working through the day.
One thing I've started doing is writing affirmations on little sticky notes and words and promises that are true about me, and I stick them on the wall right here above my computer, and it helps so much. You might think it's silly, but it works. It's really helpful and it helps me stay motivated. Here's my little sticky note wall. I've got them all up there. I'm not gonna get too close because I don't know that I want people to read them, but they work, they're awesome, and they're really powerful.
So I kind of got ahead of myself. I said to set timers. I try to set like a 25 to 30 minute timer for each of the things on my list, and when that timer goes off, I have to stop. Now if I'm right in the middle and I feel like I'm making good progress, I'll take a break, and then when I come back to it, I'll set another timer. But usually I'll just try to do something for 25 or 30 minutes, and then if I don't get it done, I move on. I'll move on to the next thing knowing that I can come back to it. That helps me from getting bored or frustrated during my workday, because again, your brain can only focus on something for so long. So don't beat yourself up and don't try and force yourself to sit at your computer for 3 hours when it's just not working. Take a break, set a timer, move on to something else, and have your list so you know exactly what needs to get done and what the deadline is, so you don't get behind and everything eventually gets crossed off. I've said this a million times. If you watch any of my other videos or have been following me for any length of time, you know how important I think the power of writing something down is, especially with your goals and dreams, but even with your daily tasks and things that you want to get done. I think the best way to be productive out of all of the things we've talked about today is to write down what you need to do. Write down what work needs to be done, get excited about what you're doing, and it's going to make a world of difference. When I first started working from home, I was really hard on myself because I didn't know how to work from home or what the rules were, because quite frankly, there are no rules. And I tried to put myself in this cookie cutter box of what I thought people who worked from home do, and tried to hold myself to these like weird rules and schedules, and I learned that it didn't work for me. I'm an artist and I'm a creative, and I've learned that artists have to be treated differently. You have to take care of yourself in a different way, and some things that work for other people don't work for you. And so I just want to encourage you to step out of the box and explore other ways of working that might work better for you and give you more ideas and help you to be more creative. I hope these 5 tips that I just gave you really helped, but if they don't, find something else. I would love if you shared in the comments below what's working for you, because I'm always wanting to try new things that help me be more productive while I'm working from home. If you don't usually work from home and you've just been thrown into this situation because of what's going on in the world, I just want to let you know that you're doing such a good job and encourage you to give yourself a break and have grace for yourself. It's so important during this time to be gentle with yourself, but keep going, stay motivated. You're doing a really, really good job, and I'm so, so proud of you. Please reach out if you have any questions or if you want to know anything else about my life working from home. I'm so thankful for you, and thank you just so much for being here. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a big thumbs up, and we'll see you next week. Bye.